Mention Australia's Boyd family and many of us immediately think of one of our finest living painters, Arthur Boyd. But Arthur is just one of what is Australia's most famous artistic dynasty. Another is his son Jamie, who after 30 years of painting is now an artist of international repute. And in a rare interview, Jamie speaks candidly to Richard Forbes about his father's influence and their relationship.
On a technical level, I've had a lot of help from him and advice about how to achieve certain effects and so on. So you're emulating your parents a lot of the time, so in that sense, he was an influence. I mean, even up, to the point of copying the way he would mix paint on the palette and things like that.
Jamie Boyd is the son of one of Australia's most famous and prolific painters, Arthur Boyd. And while following in his father's footsteps could have been difficult, Jamie is now an international success in his own right and has won critical acclaim since he became a full-time painter at 17.
It wasn't a conscious decision. It was mainly just being surrounded by the materials from my father's studio and seemed to be the natural thing to do, just pick up the materials and try it.
What sort of relationship do you have with Arthur? Do you see him much?
It's a difficult one to describe. We're very close, but we don't communicate a lot. On a family level, we don't have that many sort of heart-to-heart conversations.
Living in London for most of the year and only spending a couple of months in Australia, he's back in Melbourne with an exhibition of his own.
So how many paintings in this latest exhibition, Jamie?
About 30, I think.
So what's the nature of this painting here, Jamie?
The story's about these people coming to ask a magician or the wizard some advice. But in fact, I called it the Comet, which is over here in the corner.
Jamie, you look at the Boyd dynasty. Is there a creative gene in the family?
There must be some element, I think, of hereditary thing, but it's a lot of environment as well, nurture.
But you still have to have the talent, whether it's the environment or not, don't you?
Yes, but perhaps you could say that talent is the coming together of the two elements.
The fact remains that from 4 generations of the Boyd family, 26 of 32 members are artists.
What do you try and give us when you paint? What do you want us to see?
I think it's you want acceptability. You want to be just as not necessarily the paintings to be accepted, but as a person. It's all to do with your life and how you relate to other people.
Does the Boyd name mean instant success?
It depends on what you mean by success. I mean, it does, as they say, open doors, but that in itself is not that's not success. In the final analysis, you have to have something to show, to present.
What sort of feelings are in some of these paintings?
Very simple physical thing of wanting to produce an effect. It could be to do with your life and some problem, or expressing might be in love, or you want to tell someone about it. But so you might do it by just putting 2 colours next to one another.
Some critics have said they're very dreamlike. Is Jamie Boyd a dreamer?
Oh yes, very much. Yes.
I get the feeling there's a lot of your family in there. There's violinists and pianists and...
Yes, all my children are musicians.
Jamie Boyd has long since proved himself and says there was little urge to be as successful as his father.
I think when I was a teenager, I used to think that I must surpass him, but I long ago abandoned that.
Is he proud of what you've achieved?
He doesn't say outright, but I know when he thinks something's good and something's not so good.
How would you like to be remembered with regard to your paintings?
Well, I'd just like them to be hanging on the wall for a little while after I'm not there.
And Jamie Boyd's exhibition is showing at the Aviva Campbell Gallery until the end of May.